Hello everyone. Today we shall discuss about Gantt chart. Gantt charts are really used for finding out how the tasks are working, like going on in the project, or whether our milestones has reached or not. It is mostly used in the project management. Here I have a sample data. Let me show you the table. Uh, Here are few employees who handles these processes, and these are my start dates of the project, and these are their end dates, and the percentage of progress it has been like completed, percentage of completion you could say, or you could say the progress, or you could give any other name. So I would like to show you how to create a Gantt chart in this Power BI. To import the custom visual in Gantt chart, you could click on this get more visuals and go to the marketplace. Type GANTT Gantt chart. You could see this icon. You could add it to the visualizations. Now here I'm opening an empty visualizations pane, like visual empty visual. um, Here you could see legends. Legends are something, as you know, in the other visuals you add it to classify the categorical, like things which you have with the numerical data which you have. And with respect to task, I have this process related thing which is my task. Okay, I'm dragging it to this task. Once I drag it to the like task, my processes are labeled here. Like this is my business development, this is my grievance resolution, and like my tasks are given in the y-axis. Parent depends on the hierarchy which you use. You could take a hierarchy related to the employees, or else you could define the parental column and use it over here. Since to keep it simplified, I'm using this data. The start date of the project, suppose that I have the start date column. Okay, and here are my start dates which you could see in the green color. And with respect to end date, I have this end date column. I'll drag it to the end date. Now you could see that I have this work structure where these tasks are performed by employees. Duration is like, if suppose that you don't have this end date and you have the number of days where the employee completed this project, what you could do is you could drag the duration to the end date. As an example, I'll show you how to create the duration. Suppose that I have this, I'll make a calculated column to find out the difference between those dates and mention it as duration. So I'll give the name as duration. My required data is end date minus start date. So once I click over it, end date minus start date, you could see you could see that data is populating in this format. What I could do is I could go to the data type and change the data type to whole number. Click on yes, and you'll be able to see the change in the duration. So these are the number of days in which the employee has performed these processes starting from the date. Once I go to the report, uh, let us suppose that we don't have this end date. We have the duration column now, which is calculated column. I could bring this duration column to the duration, and you could see that my work breakdown structure has been updated. With respect to percentage of completion, I have this progress column. I'll bring the progress to the percentage of completion. You could see that my percentage of completion is reflected, as well as it is reflected in the tooltip. And with respect to resource, who is performing these tasks, I wanted to know, so that I have my employee column. I can bring this employee column to the resource. So you could see my employee name over here. We can do some formatting things. So this is how we prepare Gantt chart. It is very understandable, and it is represented in a very easy format for you to understand. Let us make some formatting things, make some formatting changes. Suppose that you have several similar tasks which you have, and you have to group it. You can click on this group tasks. Here, since I don't have any repetitive tasks, the names are being aligned in the same tasks. So this is how like group tasks perform. Scroll to the current time. I have planned these schedules from the current date. So even if I scroll, actually it won't this line, it won't move actually. Even if I click on turning it on, since it is the current date, it is like February 6th, so it is not changing, but you could scroll to the current time as you have. And displaying grid lines, these horizontal grid lines or the grid lines, you could either turn it off or turn it on. Duration, suppose that I am seeing the duration as number of days, you could make it even hours. See, if I change it to hours, this bars are very restricted, and it is appearing very like thin lines. So I'll keep it to days so that it is reflected appropriately. Here the duration is like by default like 1 minute. I think when you have time factor, you could use this duration. So these are like few general formatting things. And days off, here as you could see, like I am not mentioning any days off. Like Sundays, if you see the calendar, the 5th, 12th, 19th, 26th, this is a week wise schedule provided. We can even format that in this week wise schedule. Suppose that I want to show my like Sunday as a week off, I'll turn it on. I'll change the color for you to understand. You can keep orange color, and you can see this February 12th is my Sunday, Feb 19th is my Sunday, 26th is my Sunday. So these are reflected so that one could understand, okay, these days are the holidays or days off where employee is not performing the task. And if you don't want, you could turn it off. Let us move to the other part, legend. Since we did not use any legend like part to classify it, currently we don't have the use of it. You could provide the name, you can give the position of it. You know the how to use the legends. I'll turn it off right now. With respect to milestones, these tasks, they few of them, they sum up to the particular milestone which has been set on a particular deadline. Currently in this table we don't have the milestones, so you may not require it. If you have the milestone column, there is some additional place in this chart. Here there is milestones. You could use the milestones column over here. It will reflect in the chart. Let us go to the formatting again. And since we don't have, we can skip these milestones. Category labels, you could see that these are my labels, left side where it is appearing. If I turn it on, these are my labels which where it is appearing. I could change the color. Suppose that I change it to some orange color, and orange is actually not appearing. I'll change it to like blue color, and I'll increase the size so that you could view it properly. So these are my uh, like category labels. I can increase the width so that the names might appear a little better. Suppose that I change it to some 300, so you could see the names of the labels appropriately. You could change this chart. It will like this will freeze, and you could change view the data accordingly. So this is my category labels where you could format it. And with respect to task completion, here these are the percentage of completion which is provided. It is like realistic one. Suppose you have a target that all my processes should complete at least like 50%, which is like maximum one. And you could see that the percentage, these bars are updated considering that 50% is at least achieved or not. So you could set the task completion regarding like with respect to requirement. So I'll keep it to the default thing, or you could even turn it off. If you turn it off, you could see that percentage completions, it will not show the progress or percentage completion actually. So you could turn it on to view the realistic values. and if you want to customize it, you could customize over here. So this is with respect to task completion. In the tooltip settings, actually we didn't use the tooltips. You could if you have additional columns, you could, in order to showcase the tooltips like this, when you hover over it, you could customize it, and you could even format it over here. With respect to task settings, here the tasks are appearing in green color. Let If we change it to blue color, you could see these changes, like in color, actually task color. You could increase the height or decrease the height. So these are the task settings. And with respect to data labels, as you could see, these are my data labels which are appearing in black. I could turn it off. Here are my data labels are gone. I could turn it on. I could change the color. Suppose I change it to some different color. I could increase the font size. Suppose that I want to keep it top. I could just keep it on top. I could make it a full text. You could see that the data is now appearing in full text. I could set the width by task. According to the task, I have set my width. So these are like a few changes which you can do to the data labels. And finally, let us come to the date type. These date type are this you know actually the type of like content which you see. Suppose that I make it to month. As you could see, the it now we are able to view in this March, April, May, in month wise actually. So today's color, suppose that we could change the today's color to green. So actually here, since this line, it has changed to the green color. This is a axis color. You could change the axis color. Maybe I'll change it to dark blue. So this color, this axis color has been changed. This text color, you could change this text color. I'll change this text color to maybe yellow. It won't appear actually properly, but I'll change to dark dark color of this. So this is how you change these colors and date types. It would be great if they could change, like add on few more settings to the axis colors. So these are like few formatting settings which could be done to Gantt chart. I hope you have understood better. And in these general settings, we have the general settings similar to the other visuals. You could explore, and this is how Gantt chart is useful to showcase your managers regarding the tasks, or else if you are into some project management. So this is very helpful chart to find out how employees are working and what is their progress, and how should they plan for like future months or future quarters. Milestones are very key import, like key things to find out the, like whether how many tasks are accomplished and what is the progress on it. So this is how Gantt chart is like useful a lot. And try from your end, and make the necessary changes and play with it. Thank you for watching.